Alright, Nicholas Pezant Pezarro here with Game 2 of LGD versus CIS game. And yeah, we're going to be starting with the picks. Let's see what they choose. So the first game we saw LGD come out of CIS. They built successfully on that they managed to steadily create. Doom, was it Doom? I remember there's a Doom, and there was an Invoker, and there was another hero. Anyways, the heroes who needed farm on LGD got the farm they needed, and
10 seconds.
they were kind of trading kills back and forth between LGD and CIS, but they kept building on their game advantage, and eventually they started taking team fights and managing to just crush CIS, even though CIS had some pretty good engagements, and it was around that time that it started becoming clear that CIS were in trouble and LGD was going to win. So yeah, on to game 2. Some typical bans coming out here for both teams. Batter and Lycan, not fun to play against, and being banned for good reason. Lycan, interestingly, for a long time wasn't picked at all because he got nerfed really hard and used to be a really powerful hero because he could just hang out in the jungle. I used to love playing Lycan because you just hang out in the jungle, get a ton of farm, and you're good to go. But they nerfed him, but then he's regained popularity. So yeah, some pretty typical bans here. Bans on Bat and Invoker and Lycan and Sand King. Interesting that we see that with the Chinese teams, they don't really bother to ban IO. Some of the Western teams and the European teams, or I guess Western is European, but anyways, like North American and European, sometimes they ban IO depending on who they're playing against. If one team's known to be really good with IO, Fnatic is an example of a team that is quite good with
10
IO.
seconds remaining.
So first pick here, CS has a lot of options. They probably want to pick a hero that's going to be versatile, kind of strong in any situation, and they go with AA. So AA, a really popular pick. He was banned last game, actually, I think. I cast it a day ago. I can't remember. It's kind of funny. But anyways, yeah, he was banned last game. And he's been banned in a lot of games because he's just such an annoying little ice cream cone. Because of his ultimate, because of chilling touch in lane, because of Ice Vortex slowing, giving sight. Just pretty good all-around hero. He's sort of weird. He's very different from a lot of the heroes you would play
10 seconds
in Dota,
remaining.
but he's still very effective. Yeah, so now LGD has the opportunity to counter with 2 picks here, and we'll see. They'll probably aim for some synergy between the heroes that they pick. It'll be interesting to see if they do choose to pick like one right after the other. Some teams decide to do that. And let's see. Maybe I can predict. Maybe they'll pick based on what they did last game. Maybe they'll pick a Doom again. Doom went really well for them. Maybe they'll pick a. Let's see. Last time they had the Treant, they had a Rubik, they had a Doom. Lich gonna have your money. So Lich, a very strong lane hero, just brutal with the harass on his Frost Blast, and Sacrifice gives him and his allies XP if you're able to do it out of range of the other people in the lane, and also takes away XP from them directly. Because if they're not within range of the creep when it's being denied, they're not going to get any XP at all from that creep. Ice Armor very good. His ultimate also very good if he's able to use it in the right situation. And T-Chains, one of my favorite heroes. I love playing Timbersaw. He is so annoying, and he just does so much damage if you play him correctly. So we're probably going to see some big plays coming out of LGD here with T-Chains on the roster. I imagine he'll probably go offlane, although you can play mid if you like, but not super likely to happen. But pretty exciting nonetheless. Definitely a big fan of the Timbersaw. So if CIS wants to fight off Timbersaw effectively, basically you need silences and CCs. Otherwise, it just kind of runs through the team and tears everyone apart. So So they could actually pick up a Doom if they wanted. It would be pretty good against Timbersaw, but that might not mesh with their game plan. Wouldn't be surprised to see LGD ban the Doom if he doesn't get picked up right now by CIS. They're just taking their time to mull over LGD's picks and trying to decide who to pick against them. And you'll notice that for LGD, what they decided to do. So Clock, also a very good offline hero, so we'll have two strong offlanes. Clock not especially super effective against Timbersaw, but pretty great overall. Great initiator, has awesome survivability, can get out pretty easily from shitty situations. Does Timbersaw have two? Oh, these look very similar.
10 seconds
Escape and
remaining.
durable. Look, surprised he's only ranked as a 1 for a
5
maker.
seconds remaining.
I would give him more stars there. Anyways, unrelated. The ban's coming out now.
Fire team ban.
Ban on Lifestealer. June was playing Lifestealer last game. It didn't go too well for them, and I guess they just don't feel like playing against that.
Radiant team
Earthshaker's a pretty sweet hero, and he would mess up Timbersaw pretty badly. He can stun from so far away, and he can just hold people down for a long time if he manages to hit all three of his abilities. The Fisher leading up with the Totem
10
Slam?
seconds remaining.
Man, I forget what the ability's called. And then his ultimate as well. So it's,
5 seconds.
get all this together, it's a pretty significant amount of time being stuck in one place.
Reserve time.
Just yeah, I'm kind of curious. It's hard to see where the picks are going right now.
Dire team ban.
Brewmaster, ban on Brew because, well, he got buffed recently, so he's guaranteed to dodge / crit every X seconds, depending on the level on his Drunken Brawler ability. LGD gonna ban Rubik.
Dire team pick.
So no ban on Doom. They're not worried about Timbersaw being held down.
Team
And they actually pick up another offlaner here with Mirana. Mirana can also go mid. We'll see what they end up deciding to do there. Mirana's actually very good. I'm assuming they picked Mirana because of Clock. Clock, when he locks himself in his cogs, makes himself a pretty easy target to shoot, so they probably picked Mirana because, well, if Clock's going to come in and initiate with his cogs, LGD can try and snipe him in the
10 seconds
in this little
remaining.
prison he's created for himself. Puck for the mid, so LGD now has a chance to counter
Dire
a Puck pick.
team pick.
Or he could also be offlane. Well, we'll see what they decide to do. I'm feeling... Alright, so Bane, Mirana. This is going to be a trial lane, I imagine. Lich, Bane, Mirana. That's friggin' brutal. It's lane against so much burst damage. Bane can hold you in place with Nightmare. Mirana can follow up with an arrow. Lich can slow you down with Frost Nova. Bane can also sap your health. Mirana can Starfall. So whoever's left in that lane, which it might be Clock, or they might decide to go Echo Tribe, but it's probably going to be Clock. Clock generally is able to escape with cogs, but in this situation, if he does get Nightmared and arrowed, it's going to be pretty hard for him to escape.
10
get away with
seconds.
that
10
die.
seconds remaining.
I'm liking LGD's picks so
5
far.
seconds
CIS, I'm having
remaining.
a little bit of trouble seeing it all come together, but they still got 2 more picks. And,
Reserve time.
yeah, they just got to put their lanes together here, so we'll see what they decide to do. Treant Protector.
Dire team ban.
So Treant's going to help out all the lanes in terms of survivability. He's also pretty tanky. He's not too scared of the burst damage on LGD's side. Overgrowth will be pretty good against this team because they depend on mobility, so being able to hold them in place for a little bit will help
10
with
seconds
landing the
remaining.
A ultimate, landing the Puck combo, with Clock hooking in, that kind of
5
thing.
seconds.
You can also provide invisibility for initiation to any of those heroes. So last ban? You gonna ban Doom, LGD? You gonna ban Doom? You know? Should do it so that I get at least one prediction right. Probably not gonna do it. Who will they ban? Who's good against this team? Well, they might ban. They're probably gonna. I'm gonna make a guess and say they're gonna ban something to leave their mid in a better spot. So they know Puck's gonna be there. So maybe they'll ban something that's good against the mid that they'll pick to counter Puck. That's my prediction. It's my official prediction. So they banned Morphling. So Morphling as a carry would be pretty good against this team. If he gets 1 second, he can jump out with his ult and go replace an illusion somewhere else. He's also very mobile, so he can dodge things like the arrow, like get out of the way of Timbersaw and that kind of thing. Also, Morphling, an interesting ban because they could have run Puck. Well, they're probably going to run Clock in the offlane, but they could have potentially run Puck in the offlane and put someone else mid, depending on who LGD picks. Morph would be a good pick for that. So that way they're kind of restricting CIS's options. We'll see if CIS bans another strength hero. Maybe that's their strategy, just ban all the strength heroes. But yeah, really curious to see who LGD is going to pick as their mid hero, because right now they don't have one going on right now. Something extraordinary. Something. DK. They went for the all strength ban. DK would have been a pretty good mid against the Puck. He's got the regen, and he's able to take the harassment from Puck. He's also able to secure last hits with his Dragon Breath, and if he does manage to hit Puck, it's a pretty significant amount of damage because Puck has a low mana pool. He's also a great team fighter, and great at pushing towers. So we'll see who LGD chooses as a mid. I'm feeling Storm Spirit. Awesome. This would be a great time for CIS to pick Doom. It's kind of a weird pick, but Doom just messes up people, and like Timbersaw and Storm Spirit both cry when I'm just so hyped in the Doom right now. But just they both like weep salty tears when they get silenced because they become useless. LGD's team's so slippery. And if any one of them gets like ice armor and then engages, they're gonna get slow. They won't be able to catch up to anything. I'm not sure how CIS is gonna pin them down, but we'll see. And they also have the Mirana ult. Lich also has high move speed. So even the supports are gonna be hard to kill. Bank and Nightmare and Peace Out. We haven't seen a lot of Storm play. I love playing Storm. It's such a fun hero. So CIS chooses Wraith King. I guess he's going to be their carry in the lane. Wraith King makes sense because he's sort of a counter initiator in the sense that if he does get initiated on, and LGD also has no mana burn, but if he does get initiated on, he just kind of doesn't care too much because he's going to resurrect. Unless Bane leeches away his mana, which could happen potentially during team fights with his ultimate. Get ready to cast another game. Do some stretches. I wonder how long this game's gonna be. Alrighty, so it's funny. I'm used to using WASD to like move around, but I'm not moving around, I'm just spectating. So yeah, it's going to be Lin top farming with... Oh. Looks like maybe it's going to be Lich. No, Lich is just TPing out to place the wards because he doesn't need the money as much as Timbersaw does, and he does have the move speed to peace out. So he's actually got 3 wards. He's going to place the Observer there. And is he going to put a sentry somewhere? So he's really looking to get this pole camp blocked. Is going to force them to use up at least 2 sentries to grab those. So these guys are moving with Treant to secure the block on the camp. So yeah, it's going to be Bane, Lich, I think. Or is it going to be Timber? Is it going to be Timber mid? I'm so confused. These lanes are crazy. Storm has to go mid. It doesn't make sense to put Timber mid. CS moving out. Mirana is going to spot them. I don't think they're going to get a kill. They're kind of just positioning here in the jungle, making sure that they don't get picked off. Inflame was playing Natures last time. This time he's playing another farm hero on the Wraith King. Gives the ward back to Trent. And that's an interesting place to place a ward because, well, it's pretty easy to de-ward, but they might not predict that it will be there. There might be mind games happening. Lich is actually, he's going to sacrifice a creep here to help out Timbersaw in the off lane. So it's going to be Timber versus Clock. Timber actually matches up quite nicely against Clockwork because his Whirling Blades, I think that's what they're called, or Whirling Death, takes away some of his strength, which is his HP. His strength provides the HP because it takes away from the main stat. Is it going to be dual lanes? Huh. So it looks like it's going to be, I think it's going to be a dual lane. I mean, Lich is still down here hanging out with, or DDC is still down here hanging out with Yao. And there's no way he's going to get across the map. They're going to try and gank Storm mid. Storm, I don't know if he'll see it coming. They do have the ward up, so he does know that they're there. It's going to be hard for him, though, because he doesn't want to be just missing out on XP completely. Here, Bane and Mirana preparing to go on. No, they're just going to kind of harass Inflame there, fuck up his last hits. I think they saw Io and Demons coming in. Lin waiting to scale. He's going to use his leap to get away. He should escape successfully. So that was pretty intelligent on his part. He saw them coming through. He might have scaled Arrow, and a less talented player might have done that, but he knew they were coming through, so he left his skill open and saw them coming in, figured he needed the leap to get away. Well played by him. So, as we usually do, let's look at the last hits. Keep track. Puck, doing pretty well against the Storm. Storm was kind of forced to stay back early on, so we'll see if he catches up here. Gonna use his overload to harass Puck. Nice thing about Storm versus Puck is if he does get his attack dodged by Black, Rabbit still holds the overload charge, so he can hit him again afterwards. And if they both went for similar build, Null Talisman and some tangos, looking to keep that attack damage up, not rushing the bottle straight away. Clock getting some decent damage on DDC. I think we'll see him start spamming his Frost Nova once it reaches maybe level 2. He might choose to put points in sacrifice first, though. So, interesting lanes here. We'll see if it pays off for Timber to have Lich helping him out in lane. I'm not sure that it'll work out. But, Lin and DD are doing a pretty decent job here of staying competitive in lane. Demons manages to interrupt the pull and grabs creeps, which actually might be better for LGD, because I think they probably could have contested it. Io grabs the invis, going to head mid, maybe. He doesn't really have too much damage. Black's trying to set Storm up to get killed. Not sure what Io's doing. Oh, he might be sneaky and wait for the... He might be waiting for the courier. And with Chilling Touch, he'll have the damage, I think, to take out the courier. So this is actually an intelligent way to use the rune, because in his case, he doesn't really have... he's only level 1, doesn't really have the chance... Oh god, the courier's gonna die. Oh god, Chilling Touch. Oh. Nice courier snipe. DDC, they might try and chase Io down, but even if he dies, that courier snipe gives his team 100 gold each, and that's, well, it kind of matches First Blood, so, but I think he might escape. Oh, Piranha tries to arrow? Not sure what happened there. So that was a pretty sweet pickup by Io. I love killing the courier, so anytime I do manage to do it, I'm very happy. They're looking to pick off Demons. Will he fall? DDC coming in to help out. He's wanting to get the Frost Nova off. DD takes out the Treant. Inflame's going to fall as well. Oh, and that, you see the strength of the Nightmare arrow combo. Nice slow there. Oh, and through the creep. That was one of his creeps. So double kill there. Or triple kill. They managed to clear out 3 people. They do lose 1. They lose the Bane, but that's an excellent trade for them. That helps compensate for the gold there that CIS got from the courier. And here in the bottom lane, they have Timber is now just hanging out with Clock. I think that Lich is going to cycle top, so LGD kind of realized, well, Timber doesn't really need to help that much. He can always escape with his hook, which actually doesn't have any points in. So interesting. I think he might be going for a bottle, maybe, based on how much money he has saved up, but right now he doesn't have couriers, so he can't really do that. Rabbit almost falls to Black mid, and Black is going to be able to get that rune. Rabbit doesn't have a bottle. I think his bottle... Yeah, this is brutal for him. His bottle was on the courier. So he's just gonna have to try and make it through here. Not sure why the fog switched. I think I can switch to fog with hotkeys. This is interesting. Learning about hotkeys right now. Not sure how to make the fog all the teams. Oh, there you go. Anyways, enough playing around with hotkeys. So Black winning mid pretty handily here against the Storm, and that sucks for Storm because he does need the experience and the levels, and he does want to have his bottle, but it's not going to happen. DD might fall here. He's getting blocked by Inflame. Is he going to turn around? He needs to turn around. Oh, he uses Nightmare to save himself. Inflame just goes ahead and finishes him off with the stun. Rabbit, or Lynn's going to try and chase down Inflame. I think he should get him. He does manage to wand, but... and a salve. He does have a stun left. Lynn's going to keep trying to chase him. We'll see if Puck coming up to help out Inflame. And Storm's not there right now. So this could actually end really badly for Lynn. Gets ulted, gonna get stunned by Inflame. Probably, yes, he's gonna fall. Black gonna silence him, take him out. Yes. DDC also getting chased down. The courier coming out. Oh man, are they gonna get a courier kill? So no courier kill again there. LGD's probably gonna take out demons here. I don't see how he's gonna get away. He wants to go invisible, but he doesn't have the ability to scale. So 2 for 2, but they did lose Marana. I think Timbersaw fell bottom, which is surprising. I don't understand how Timbersaw dies to clock. He must have gotten the hook off. Yeah, he got the hook off and then he cogs him. This is really fucking annoying when Hawk does this to you. Cogs are just so annoying to play against. Pushes him back, gets him to waste some mana, interrupts his last hits. So pretty cheeky little thing to do by June. Interesting that June's playing the offlane of this game and not the hard carry. Hard carry is Inflame, although I guess they had somewhat similar roles. Looking to pick up the haste rune bottom. DD doesn't know that they're here. He is up on the ramp, so he's going to be okay, probably. But there's a haste on Inflame. Inflame's going to chase him down. I don't think DD knows that he's there. Black is there as well. Inflame looking to get sight on DD. DD does not have his Nightmare up. He's in trouble. I don't see how he's going to escape this. Timber coming back to help him out. Inflame might get pushed off. Yes, he gets pushed off by the Timbersaw. CIS actually have 5 people here on bottom. DDC taking the opportunity to get some farm mid. Lynn taking the opportunity to get some farm top. He's quite behind on farm. He hasn't really gotten too much going for him. See Marana here in the mid range. So LGD, despite their early game troubles, are doing pretty well. They do have a kill advantage. But we'll see. I mean, we got 3 people in CIS just leading here on the net worth, which is going to be troublesome for LGD going into the mid game. We'll see if LGD will be able to catch up there. CIS does have a lineup that's very strong in the early game, so makes sense that they're leading there. Although I thought that LGD was going to do better with their lane combo. But I think Black messing up Storm mid so badly really caused some troubles for LGD. Yao just going to keep hanging out in lane here. He does know that there are people nearby, so he's going to take it easy. He does have a ward here, though. Oh, no, sorry. That's the Radiant ward. Yao doesn't have any wards here bottom, so it's pretty risky for him to venture out. Probably looking to get those arcane boots, and he's quite close. So he doesn't want to risk dying. LGD's kind of rotating people through here, mid, to get experience. Now that Storm's gotten some levels, he's going to go ahead and farm the camps. Interesting that I usually build Storm, put max points in Overload, but he's going for more of a survivability build, kind of CC, probably because of the fact that he's behind on levels. CIS looking to gank here on mid. DD does back up. Storm is going to grab the rune here. Oh, Clockwork wants to hook. Is going to hook and stops it, sees that it's not going to happen. Inflame now level 5. Could fall to this Timbersaw. Oh, Timber, nice reaction there. Decides to cancel his chain. He did want to go in, though. Gonna get slowed by demons, but he should be alright, I think. Clock actually misses his hook, and Yao escapes because of that. He's gonna be able to grab his arcane boots there on the side. Might choose to salve up and continue hanging out in lane. We'll see what he wants to do. LGD, they've got DD here kind of baiting out Black mid. And they're smoked up, so they want to to see something happen, but I don't know if they'll be able to find a pick-off. Radiant does not have a ward here on bottom rune, so when they do get revealed, they won't actually be seen until they're actually in sight of the people. June gonna keep farming this camp. LGD, or the Rabbit and DDC see that camp's empty. I'm surprised they didn't check to the side. Clock's gonna stack it here, so they can get some more XP out of it. And they're just going to hang out here in the back, see if Timber gets initiated on. I think that Rabbit's been spotted at this point, so they're just going to go for the push. DDC does have his ultimate. Yao as well, Storm as well. The only one without an ult is Bane. He's still working up to level 6. Yeah, so Black currently facing off against DD mid. DD has a pretty decent chance of getting out if he does get initiated on because of his Nightmare. We'll see what ends up happening there. Mirana might ulti for them to engage. We'll see what happens. I think she's got Storm here on the side. They're looking to bait out something, but CIS not playing too aggressively. They might be aware that they're... Oh, so Mirana ultis here for the Lich, but Lich just falls. Not much you can do about that. Storm gonna go in, grab the Ancient. Ancient, not much you can do here. Gets stunned by the... Oh, no. I think that arrow hit a creep. But really, Ancient Apparition... A hero that's very strong in team fights and win with his team, but by himself, not much he can do really, unless he has a huge advantage. Inflame manages to get away without dying. Yao's going to try and TP out, gets Silence, but makes it out. I mean, Silence doesn't stop your channel on the TP. I'm surprised Inflame didn't use the stun. I think it was just barely on cooldown there. Rabbit going to get another rune. He's been having a really good time with these runes here. Managed to pick up a few in a row now. And he's going to pop the rune as bottle. For those of you who don't know, if you use an invisibility rune, you have a little bit of time before you fade into invisibility where you can actually use a bottle charge. But he's just going to go ahead and cycle through those bottle charges because he needs the mana. Looking to push the tower here. Treant going to heal it up. Doing a pretty good job of keeping these towers in tip-top shape, although top tower here is suffering. Probably decided to prioritize mid because that's a little bit more vital in terms of providing protection to your team. Inflame gonna keep farming here bottom, working towards, I think, an armlet. We'll see what he decides to build. And DDC getting some sentries. So he's gonna look to de-ward, and I think he knows there's a ward here because he got wrecked by Clock last time. So yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and... Oh no, never mind. I guess Clock just rocketed him and got lucky. He thought there was a ward there. I thought there was a ward there too, and I'm watching and I know that there isn't a ward here. I think Mirana's going for a Mjolnir. If she's getting a hand on mine, it's pretty late for that, although it could work, but probably going to do a Mjolnir. Mirana's more of an early game momentum kind of hero. So yeah, pretty interesting game so far. A lot of kills, about a kill a minute. Some games are more violent, but this one's still pretty interesting. And let's see, these partners in crime are waiting to see if there's an opportunity that arises. They do see Io there. I think DD's going to try and land the Nightmare on him, and they're going to do another arrow combination. Oh, he throws the arrow in, but Io moves forward. Not going to get hit by that. Lin no longer has mana for anything, really. Yao moving in here on bottom. I think LGD wants to take the tower. DDC is smoked behind. And so is Storm, actually. So they've got some pretty good initiation here. These guys pop out of smoke. Yao knows he's almost side. They're going to see if they can take it Inflame. Oh, Inflame, his resurrection was on cooldown. DDC gets the ult off. Manages to hit 2 times, which is pretty solid. They do have a sentry down, so... Oh, June... Ults onto Yao, who's going to Timber Chain out. Oh my god, he's still alive, but he dies there. Rabbit gonna keep fighting. They do have a lot of fighting capacity left. So excellent fight there for LGD. They pick up 3 kills. And they're probably gonna take it. No, they don't have quite enough momentum to take the tower. DDC is gonna keep harassing with his ability. If Puck does decide to go in here. No. So Rabbit's looking to grab the rune. I guess it's top. Man, why did the Fog of War get set to... Huh, that's funny. I can't see the rune. There is no rune, though. It's been picked up already, I think, by Clock. DD is going to fall. Don't see him getting out of here. DDC wants to kill the Puck, and he's saving up his mana, but he's going to have to back up. I don't think he's going to be able to get him in time.
Presumably a pity.
Puck, such a little annoying. Presumably a pity. Rabbit has a haste rune bottle, so I guess he grabbed that bottom. I didn't notice. So he's in pretty good shape. He has his ult and he has a haste, so it's really hard to chase down and kill. There was a blink there on Puck. Puck now with a blink. Yeah, working towards probably a bloodstone, I think. Yeah, things going pretty well for LGD in my opinion. So they are kind of catching up there, and they've reversed the gold lead there in their favor. XP lead as well. So with those team fights and the fact that they've been using the map pretty effectively, Storm farming the jungle, letting his supports get some levels mid, very intelligent of them because they were a little bit behind due to the fact they were roaming and they weren't as successful in their lanes as they imagined they would be. June's been doing a really good job ganking, but I don't think he can keep up and keep LGD from powering through them. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you can always get some sick AA ults, crush the opposition. So Lin just pulling here, get some extra gold and experience in lane. Gonna try and pull the hard camp next, I think. Also, he does get a minus, and it is a little bit late, but it still works. Too slow there on the kill on the guys. There's a DD rune here top. Neither team is aware of it, but I imagine one of them will come by to check. CIS smoked up. They're looking to get a kill bottom, or maybe just push bottom. Inflame might go in here with the stun on the Timber. He does have his ult up pretty soon, and then his team can follow up. There is a blink and the hook initiation. They could also go for the hook initiation from June, but they need to follow up to keep Timber from being able to just Timber chain out. Rabbit gonna probably try and push up mid here. Keeps getting healed up though, pretty annoying. But Lin did manage to take down the tower top. So Lin's going for more of a farm build here. Smoke's gonna run out soon. June rocketing to check for location here on Timber. Timber trying to harass, keep the creeps off the tower. Doesn't want to get stunned by Inflame there. So they got 4 people bottom. LGD rotating to defend. Rabbit needs to heal up or bottle up if he wants to help out, which he's doing right now. He's going to keep farming the jungle. I don't think he realizes there's so many people there. We'll see if he decides to change his plan here based on the fact that he's fighting friggin' mud golems. So they might just abandon this tower, and that looks like what they're going to do. Rabbit doesn't really want to come up. Timber trying to keep it from falling by using his whirling saw or blades to keep it in. It is called whirling death. Damn, neither of those things that I guess. I'm surprised Rabbit hasn't picked up the rune yet. He's been doing a pretty good job of keeping on top of those. Inflame gonna just TP top, says F this. I'm done hanging out bottom, nothing's happening. CIS still looking to make something happen, but it's risky because they're positioned pretty conservatively here behind the tower. Bane can sort of counter-initiate, sleep someone, ult someone. That's 2 people CC'd, and they got a lot of AoE damage here coming from Lich and Timber, so I'm kind of interested to see what happens next. Rabbit did end up grabbing that rune. It's a haste rune bottom. Lich is going to pick it up. Yeah, he's going to pick it up. Rabbit's way out of position there. Or he ends up denying it. A little bit too risky, I guess, for him. He considered too risky for him to run in there. And CIS is wasting a ton of time bottom. Meanwhile, LGD keeps on farming up. They're going to keep building on their gold advantage. Yeah, keep building on their gold advantage. CIS missing out on a lot of experience. Inflame is farming, but everyone else is kind of just not doing anything useful at all. So Inflame is working towards an armlet. Yes, another item predicted correctly. Getting better at that. I should work on the band pick face. Black hanging out here mid. Oh, just doing some rich stretches. Rich wrist stretches. Black hanging out mid. Probably just wants some experience in gold. But he might get shivved. I mean, he could die if he gets ulted by Bane. That's a lot of damage coming out there. And I think he recognizes the danger and decides to back up. So LGD just playing this really well. I mean, Rabbit could have kind of messed up his team there if he hadn't been there for the fight bottom, but gets his Orchid nearly. He's really close to getting the Orchid. Just needs a little bit more mana. And he's looking. I think they're looking to fight here bottom. They do see that they're preparing and positioning. and they're ready to go. So they might actually go for initiation on them. CIS does have done a really good job here of keeping sentries up, so if Marana does ult, it's actually not going to be that helpful. Oh, he hits black. Are they going to go in? I think they're looking to go in. No? Okay, so a little bit too far out, but nice arrow there. That just barely hit Puck right in the behind. Inflame now done his armlet. But Marana and Storm are leading there on the farm. They smoke up. They're looking to get the initiation off. They're probably aware that there are sentries there, so they're not going to depend on the invisibility. And they're just going to go jump on Inflame mid. And there's not much you can do. He's going to get CC'd by Storm, who's going to jump in, pop him, I think. Yeah. Storm going to slow him down. Another jump forward. Let's see him. He's going to fall. They're TPing mid to try and help. Oh, the armlet keeps him alive. And that was a nice play there by Inflame, just so tanky, and with the armlet able to get that extra HP to keep him in shape and not end up dying. So Storm has a regen bottle, which is a pretty sick rune on Storm. Timber wants to get the snipe off there on Inflame, stop him from healing up, but no luck so far. Marana throwing out an arrow, hits June. June might fall. They might fall up on this here. Storm gonna jump in, gets a CC off. There's a Frost Nova, gonna go off on Io. Io gets one hit. Inflame is out here right on top of the tower. He's critting. Bane's got him CC'd down, but that's an A ult coming in. That's gonna be pretty disastrous if too many of them get hit by it. LGD, 2 down by LGD. Inflame still fighting, does have his armlet up. He is right on the tower, he's out of position. Gets picked off by Rabbit. So 2 for 2 there on the fight. They might try and chase down Io. I'm not sure what they're gonna decide to do next. No bottle charges left on Rabbit, so he's not going to be able to get out there as quickly as he would like. So that was a decent fight. I'd say CIS took the advantage, because they were kind of a little bit behind on gold, and they managed to have a pretty good fight there. If LGD had managed to pick off Wraith King and get his first reincarnation down, then they would have been a lot better off in that fight, because without Wraith King reincarnating, you can't dive in like he did and slow everyone down and get them all killed. So nice combination there from CIS. I didn't see where Treant was in the fight. I don't think he uses Overgrowth. Oh, he did use his Overgrowth? I think yes he did. DD going to get hit. Both these guys going to get hit actually. Oh no, just Yao. Going to get hit by that, the Ice Blast. And they're looking to keep their middle tower from falling. Middle tower, especially important on Dire because you can use it to TP in and defend Roshan. It's quite close to the Rosh pit. We'll see if Rabbit and Black decide to contest for the rune, if one of them's just going to pick it up. So Rabbit's going to go for rune bottom, and he's lucky he's going to get it. I don't think anyone's going to be able to stop him. Does have his Orchid up now, and he actually hasn't died yet, so
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Showing some pretty strong play here from Storm. Wants to push here on bottom tower. And using the mobility of Storm Spirit to his advantage there, you see how he jumped the cliff. Using the least amount of mana while getting like the most value out of the distance. I think LGD might be looking to go on... Oh, okay, they're just going to clear this wave. I'm pretty sure they want to kill that Puck, but he's just so slippery, it's difficult to do, and they don't know what's here behind the tower, so they're just going to keep farming up. Rabbit getting initiated on. Oh man, oh jeez, just huge crits, and the invisibility there for the initiation from Inflame. Just brutal, and not much he could have done to get out of there, really. With the armlet, just does so much damage. So many crits. Oh, Puck, did he use his ultimate? No, he's silenced. So LGD was leading pretty decidingly there for a while, but I think they're starting to fall. Yeah, starting to get caught up on by CIS. We'll see if they can preserve their lead or not. CIS does have a decently strong late game with the Wraith King. Kind of more of a typical carry hero, but I don't know. I think he dropped his ultimate orb when he wanted, so he would get more out of it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Marana with the arrow, Black notices the arrow and dodges it. They're going to look to try and deny this tower. I think they can push them off and get the deny, so that'll be nice for them. Nice teamwork. Oh, jeez. Two towers denied at once, and that's cumulatively like about 1,000 gold denied from coming into CIS's pockets, because you generally get 200 gold for each person for a tower when it's killed. So this game kind of passive right now, not super interesting. Mirana, they're gonna try and pick off demons here on the bottom. Right as I say, it's passive to go for a gank. DD's gonna move in. It's gonna move in. It's gonna go right for the ult, and Yao with just so much burst damage, especially against the strength hero, just destroys them in seconds. So a nice pickup for them there. I think okay. He's working on his bloodstone. It's not finished quite yet. They're gonna see if they can land an arrow. No luck. And June knows that Mirana's there, and he's just not interested in fighting. Io and Black positioning here to move top. We're gonna try and fight them. Oh, I don't know where the Ice Blast is going exactly. Lin does get touched by the ice, so he's in danger of dying. Black is trying to go on him, but not really achieving too much. And I think LGD is going to prepare to fight here top. Would be surprised to see Lich start throwing Frost Armor on his allies. If they're going to take the fight or not.
Thanks you.
Would be good if he did it though, because he could at least Frost Armor in the tower or something. Rana looking for an arrow. There's no one there. They've all backed up, so just going to continue farming. A farm fest. So we'll see who ends up coming out on top here. Yao wants to finish his Bloodstone. Does have most of the components, just needs his Perseverance, so another 700 gold or so. Lin. Man, there's just nothing happening. No one's taking Roshan. They're just hanging out in their lanes on their side of the map. Very conservative play this game. Wasn't quite as conservative in the previous game, but I don't know. I guess they chose to play careful. I would have suspected you'd see more initiation and engagements with Puck and Storm on the teams. Wraith King has a blink now, so that's pretty nice for him. He's able to get in there and really beat the crap out of people. Not much you can do to prevent it. Oh, it's cute.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
And Timber is going to... No, he's not going to escape, but Inflame is out of position. This might actually lead to his death. Lich's going to freeze him. He's going to keep Armlet toggling, but I don't think he can keep it up. He's out of position. I think Bane will turn around and ulti him. Oh, he blinks away. Well played by him. So that's part of why Blink is so strong on Wraith King, because when you reincarnate, if you're quick about it, you can actually blink away just like immediately. Mirana trying again for an arrow, but just a little bit off there. And that's brutal that he got away, got the kill, and got out like that. He should have been punished for the tower dive, but too quick on the blink. Too much distance. Oh, Puck going in. Gonna get... DD gonna get stunned. Lich does get the stun off. It's bouncing. Inflame taking some hits. Black might... Oh, uses the Yules to dodge. Rabbit gonna CC down Inflame, but he's getting attacked by Clock from the other side. Gets stunned. DDC... but Mirana throwing in... And this is looking really bad for LGD. CIS using their initiation power to just jump behind towers and really take them out. Lin's looking to make them pay. Does he manage to take... He takes down Io, or... Timbersaw takes down Io. Black silences. He wants to blink away. He's... Oh god. Uses his shift, and Yao nice with the whirling blade. Damn it. The saw. What's it called? Chakram. With Chakram, he hits Puck right away, and that's really... I don't know if it's even possible to get out of that when you have a Timbersaw. That's like instant damage all the time, so that's not something you can really dodge. So LGD was looking pretty bad for them for a while there, but Lin and Yao managed to get in position and sort of make something happen. So yeah, they lost some momentum, they regained some momentum. So looking like it's going okay for LGD, but they need to be careful. CIS has 2 blinks now. They have a hook shot from Timbersaw. They have the ult from AA from far away, and I think Treant's making a mech, but he might make a blink later potentially. So just a lot of initiation from CIS. June's gonna grab the rune there, and it's a regen for him, so it's quite nice. He's looking to finish his Aghanims. Aghanom Scepter, as I like to call it.
Do it with flair. Rock it on.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Lin looking to initiate here. He's not going to hit the arrow. No luck for him there, unfortunately. And both teams kind of positioning, hoping to get initiation off. CIS again taking care here to set up sentries. They don't want to get initiated on by Mirana. We'll see what happens. It's looking pretty even right now. I mean, LGD is leading on the graphs, but in terms of like how things are progressing, it's looking alright. I think Inflame's gonna go for a BKB next, looking just for more durability and the ability to just jump into team fights and really just go at people without them really being able to respond. CS wants to take this tower. LGD backing up for now. Looks like they're deciding not to contest at the tier 1. It's not worth it for them. Meanwhile, Storm's going to be pushing bottom. He might be able to get bottom tower, although it's healed up to full. Treant proving his worth there by doing that.
I'm over here.
And he actually jumps back. He doesn't want to get picked off by someone, given that there's so many blink disables set up currently. But I'm waiting to see what happens here. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm really not sure what's going to happen in terms of like which team's going to end up in a superior position. Yao making a hood, a lot of magic damage coming out, and he started dying to that. DDC doesn't know these guys are invisible. Treant slows him. He might have a chance to throw this all. No, too slow. He gets picked off, so that's a nice pick off for CIS. There's a lot of initiation potential, like I said earlier, with the invisibility, with the blinks. Rabbit continuing to farm. He wants to have a BKB before the next fight. He does have 2 of the components ready, but he needs his Mithril Hammer. That's another 1,500 gold, and that's not going to happen in time for him to be able to use it before the fight. Gets earned. This is just really difficult for LGD to initiate into. LGD trying to damage down Inflame to make him a little bit more vulnerable. Timber, I assume, has his, yeah, he has his hood up, so he has that before the fight, which is pretty nice for him. And LGD's gonna CIS is gonna back up, and I'm a little bit surprised. I thought they were gonna go in there. They're kind of building momentum, but they're deciding to be a little bit more conservative. So Desolator actually on Wraith King, not too worried about being CC'd. Knows he has his reincarnation, so he's going to go for more damage. He gets in there with a stun, he can pretty much kill someone in a few hits. It's a lot of damage coming out from him. So Yao here has his hood up. Mirana has her Manta and Ring of Aquila. Bane working towards, I think, a BKB. They're going to check Roshan. Roshan's not being taken. Force Staff off on Lich gives him more survivability, and BKB being worked on by Storm. Meanwhile, we got Mech up on Treant, so he finished that pretty quickly. A's wanting to finish his eggs. Puck's working towards a sheep stick. Wraith King can get Desolator, and oh, so Clock actually went for a Force Staff first, which makes sense, and he might get eggs later. Just his ultimate's so strong, so it's a strong item to get on him. Treant gonna come up here. He's hanging out invisible. He wants to defend the lane, but he also may be looking for an opportunity to get a good engagement off. And it's 30 minutes in, and I'm starting to fall asleep a little bit. Come on, guys. Let's do something. Make something happen.
Incoming!
June scouting with the rocket flare. Sees Lynn is there, but doesn't know that everyone else is there as well. Lynn gonna continue farming. Gets the last hit, as you would expect. And so there's 2 wards here, and I always wonder, which I tend to mention. Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize they put a timer in here at the bottom. Wonder if anyone noticed the other ward being placed up. Doesn't look like that's the case though.
And it's off!
So some more just hanging out, waiting for things to happen. Black's gonna back up. They're gonna take out this wave pretty quickly. Timber didn't hit the range creep, so he's gonna keep pushing a little bit, but got most of them. I think Lynn is making a BKB. I think part of LGD's problem is that their heroes get initiated on and then they all kind of die. With a BKB, you just BKB and you can fight back. So LGD might be playing so passively because they're waiting for a chance to have their BKBs up so they can get a better fight on. So Wraith King has his Desolator and he's actually going to go in on Roshan. I don't think they know because he was in the trees. So, oh, the arrow does give sight, and I think that LGD is aware now. They need to get in there and defend against the Rosh attempt. They're looking for a way to do that, but right now they're kind of struggling. Rabbit obviously does have his initiation with his ultimate, and he's going to use his guy to give him sight. And they're going to go in Wraith King. I think they're going to get the pick off. If they can avoid having too many people nearby, then they won't all get slowed. So they get the pick off. Rabbit does use his BKB. Wraith King looking for the blink, blinks out. Too slow on the damage. I'm surprised they let him get away again. They do get rid of the reincarnation. Roche is at half health. And you'll notice that Rabbit actually dropped his TP so that he would be able to pick up the Aegis if he had the chance. So some more passive positioning here. Wraith King's gonna have his ult back up in 30 seconds. Not sure if they really needed to keep building on that. And a pause. So let's see. Look at the graphs. Gold in LGD's favor, XP in LGD's favor, but you see CIS has been sort of making progress, then falling down, then making progress, and they're starting to sort of push it back towards parity. And I think that maybe it might turn once LGD gets their BKBs up, because they're able to fight without fear of being CC'd by all the different stuff that CIS has. Although it's not going to affect Overgrowth, and I don't think, does it affect Ice Blast? Not sure. But anyways, I feel like LG can afford to play a little bit more aggressively, but that's also how I played Dota. I didn't play pretty aggressively. Not sure how long this pause is going to last. Yeah, I'm building up those Bloodstone charges. And I think he's making a pipe, so to help his team with the magic damage. So LGD is really concerned about all the magic damage that's coming at them, and pipe is pretty good actually against AA because it helps with because you can't heal, but you can have the pipe aura protecting you from the damage, from the ticks on the damage from AA's Ice Blast. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna skip. I'll fast forward this a little bit. No point having. Oh, disconnect from Storm. Disconnect from Wraith King. What is going on? You can see the clouds. I don't think I ever really noticed that there's clouds that fly over. It's interesting. Storm's back. Is Wraithman gonna reconnect? Oh, okay. Will he unpause? Alright, game's back in action. So Lin gonna go ahead and spot with the arrow. Knows there's no one there in the pit right now. And we'll see if they choose to engage or if they just sort of posture around some more. Man, this game. Slowed down substantially. Although it's still close to, it's still like a kill a minute, so I guess we're using the previous no one at the pit. LG does have a lot of tools to keep track of whether they're trying to do Roshan or not. So, CIS going in for the engage. Inflamed using his stun on the Timber. Not sure if that's the best decision. They're going to try and take him out. Actually gets saved by the Yules there. Avoids the frost damage. Demons throwing down the sentry as they back up. And they're going to escape without having to pay too dearly for that. Lin playing a little bit risky. Does dodge the stun. Nice prediction from him there. They're going to be able to pick off Inflamed. Will they be able to stop him from blinking out though? Timber, tired of him escaping, has his whirling blades up. Won't let him blink out again. Rabbit taking a lot of damage. Gonna use his ultimate to jump around, trying to avoid those hits. Treant with the ultimate, holding them down. Rabbit, is he gonna find? He's not gonna find Treant, but he's. Oh, Rabbit's getting taken down by Black, so it's 1-for-1 right now. DD, they're going to take out Io. I don't see how he's gonna escape this fight, but he turns around and throws his ultimate on them. And he's looking to get a kill out of it, but it's not going to work out for him. June rocketing, wants to make DB fall. No luck there. June might actually pay for this with his life. Black harassing from the side. Lin jumps over. Nice leap. Going to be in position to attack Black. Black's going to fall. Gets CC'd down. June and Trina are the only ones remaining. Trina's all the way back. And they might be able to take Roshan, maybe? I think they're going to try and take Roshan. So one of them is going to pick it up. It'll likely be Lin. I think he's moving to sell his wand. I think. He might be waiting to actually kill him first. But wow, that was really well fought there by Lich gets the Frost on Rock. Really well fought by LGD. They outpositioned and outmaneuvered CIS. He saw Storm jumping around to survive a lot longer than he would have otherwise. Using the Frost Armor here to their advantage. It does throw his ult in, so they need to finish this quickly. Oh, and initiation from June. Lin wants to pick up the Aegis. Is he going to get to it in time? Oh, Clockwork grabs it. June with the Aegis snatch. And he gets invisible. Yao wants to finish him off. Storm going in for the engage. Will June fall here? Demons dies. Inflame currently fighting. Uses his BKB. Bane's ult is on cooldown. They've gone invisible actually to help them with avoiding being initiated on. He falls, so if they kill him again, he is going to die for real. But it looks like LGD deciding to back up for now, maybe. So they're healing up again. They might go back in on this. Yao gets stunned, gets pushed out, so he's not going to get cold feet. Wow. So after all of the waiting, there actually was some interesting stuff that happened there for a bit. And CIS looking here to push mid. Really sucks for LGD that they weren't able to get the Aegis, but June positioned really well with his cogs, kind of providing himself with pretty much the only route to getting the Aegis from Roshan. Inflame has his res coming up soon, going to position aggressively here. They do fortify, so okay, so he moves out of the way. He's not going to get stunned there. They want to kill Inflame before his res comes up. Lich popping the ult. Yao going in hard. Oh, he's so close to dying. They get him before the Aegis, before his reincarnation pops again. Nice push out there by LGD, punishing CIS for their greed. Storm jumping across, notices the clock, is going to kill him. He pops the Aegis, he decides to back up now that Aegis is down. Yao wants to help out, decides also as well to back up. LGD with some really nice pickoffs here, making use of the mobility of their team. I'd like to see Yao cut down the trees here. He doesn't know that Demons is there. Demons moving in for the initiation, but is that a gem? How did he know he's there?
Stormy.
Oh yeah, gem on Storm. Nice pickup there. He's going to be able to de-ward pretty effectively. And they prevent the overgrowth initiation that Demons was hoping to do. So this game was looking like it was in CIS's favor for a bit, but now it's moving towards LGD. Rabbit going to pick up the haste rune. Not going to use it quite yet. That was a pretty great fight there for LGD. They got a bunch of kills and they managed to push up mid tower, and it's gone heavily into LGD's favor here, as you can see by the graph. So yeah, well, that was exciting. Black is pretty farmed up. He's got a sheep stick, he's got a blink dagger, he's got a Yules, and he's looking like he's in pretty good position here. They might get a deny off if Yao doesn't block the creeps. Come on, man. I hate it when people do this. If he bucked up a bit, they would have been able to deny the tower, and yeah, the tower's going to fall, but that's also guaranteed 1,000 gold off from the other team, and it's going to die eventually. I mean, next time Wraith King comes in here, he's going to hit it 3 times and kill it. So they might be looking to force a fight here, and they do have a 4 in 3 minutes, but it's kind of a little bit risky. I guess we'll see what happens. Mirana really climbing the farm charts. She's got a Desolator, so she's doing a bunch of damage. It'll be interesting to see which item she chooses to pick up next. Inflame back to the Ancient farming, this time doing a lot more damage than he was the other time. I should push this camera slightly so it's more in center. Anyways, LGD smoked up. They're looking for a kill. I think they might go mid. They're going to go ahead and initiate on... They're going to find Inflame here. Wait. Oh, that's the Mirana ult. Never mind. So they don't want to go on Inflame, but they're happy to go on the rest of the team. Oh my gosh. Io just falls in seconds. Storm manages to grab Puck, or sorry, June as he's trying to run away. June's going to fall. He gets the cogs out, but he dies. Not sure if that ult from Bane was really necessary. So that's 2 picked off, and they should be able to take mid tower with this. CIS just kind of given up here on that. They might actually rotate bottom to take out that tower, as it'll be a lot easier for them to do. Regen rune showing here for LGD. Rabbit's going to pick it up. Move out here. He's going to farm a little bit, and then I imagine uses regen. Treant is invisible, but Storm would be able to spot him were he to come out. Inflame and Demon's in trouble here. Nice Ghost Scepter from Pezarro, going to save him from the damage. Storm running in. The blink out from Wraith King. Lin looking to hit something. Black does dodge that. So they pushed him back, and now it's just Black here at the tower. They should be able to take the tower pretty easily. No one else in position to defend. Mirana arrowing, trying to pick up something, but she's just going to hit the creeps. Black's out of position, or out of there by now. 3 of them, 4 of them get hit by the shatter, but no one's here to follow up, so it's not going to do much except cause them to play a little bit more conservatively. Here the pipe showing it's worth blocking that frostbitten damage.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And wow, yeah, so many charges on the Bloodstone. Got 28 mana per second there on the regen. So he's able to just keep going, and when he dies, he's going to resurrect really quickly. I think every charge removes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Reduces spawn time by 4 seconds, so he'll, I think, instantly respawn when he dies. That's happened to me once in a Timbersaw game. I had so many charges on my Bloodstone, I died, and then I instantly popped back up in the fountain. I was actually confused. I thought there was a mistake or something, or a bug, because I just instantly reappeared. Pretty fun once you get to the point where you have that many charges. Lin here just farming some more, taking advantage of the downtime to work towards this next item, which is a BKB. So LGD making really good use there of their BKBs to help them fight. Demons wants to place this ward. He places it on the tower, so if they deposition for a fight, they'll have some pretty good information on where people are. And he actually sees the courier coming out. Oh my goodness. Is he going to kill the courier? Oh, so they're going to go on Lin here, actually. And, hey, BKB comes just in time. Oh, and he dodges the overgrowth, too. That's brutal. So nicely played from Lin. That was very fortunate on his part that he was able to survive like that. Looks like someone's getting a mech. Not sure who. I guess it's... Oh, it must be DDC. So Lich with the mech at 40 minutes. Probably going to fall here to Wraith King. Falling up with the stun. Oh my goodness, just the damage. But the invisibility saves him, and they might counter-initiate here.
Thank you.
No, there's only 2 of them there, and they don't really have enough damage. Clock trying to pick off Lich, but Lich is not low enough to get killed by a rocket like that. So here they're going to push top. Black moving in. And Puck's a great hero, but we're kind of seeing he's sort of tailing off a little bit. His silence and his tether are pretty good at holding down opponents, but because LGD's gotten a ton of BKBs, they're a lot less scared than they were before of that. And Storm, I feel, has a little bit more longevity because he's got more mobility. And his stun, his electric vortex, you go in and you jump on them before they have time to react, and they can't BKB while they're being held in place. So I like playing Storm more. Both heroes are very good though. I'm surprised this. Okay, so finally DDC's gonna get his mech, or his mech ingredients at least.
Boom, there it goes.
He's pretty close to being able to afford the recipe. I can't wait to see the next fight. Roshan's coming up very soon. I'm sure both teams are going to be eager to get it. And Rabbit probably going to grab the DD? No. Doesn't know it's there. And doesn't want to risk just jumping over the cliff without knowing what's on the other side. He has a ton of survival. He's got a Black King Bar and a Lincoln Sphere, so he's going to be hard to take down. And this is one of the most effective ways to play Storm Spirit, actually, because that way you can retain your mobility and just go around and destroy people and get away, even though in most cases it feels like you shouldn't be. Wouldn't be surprised if Rabbit went around the Roche pit here to check. Roshan just so close to respawning. If he throws down a copy, he's gonna know that he's gonna be up. But oh, Roshan up in 2 minutes. Never mind. I was tricked by the fancy timer. Kind of curious what Rabbit's gonna get next. But let's see. What will he get next? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. What would Rabbit get next?
Oh!
Maybe a sheep stick. And Marana, MKB or a butterfly might make sense for her. Or well, she might go for a Mjolnir or something. Io. Poor guy, still trying to get that Aghanim Scepter. He's been working on it for a while now. And CIS had momentum, but ever since that fight, they've really been losing it. Rabbit just has so much regen here. He can just kind of move around and continuously take out stuff. I want him to spot the ward, but he's just not using his copies to give him flying vision. So yeah, he checks on Roche with it. Tower's actually in deny range. Are they going to deny it? No deny. Really? Okay. Well, they do have a fort rune up, so they can fight at the tower if that does happen. But I'm surprised they didn't deny it. And Treant doing a good job of keeping these towers healed up. They're all at full, pretty much. Yeah, they're all at full. This is one of those games where you see Treant not being as useful. He has been making his allies invisible and using his ultimate when he can, but sort of trails off pretty significantly near the end there. Then Bane and Lich are showing themselves to be a little bit more useful in team fights with the ice armor, with all the CC that Bane provides. Rabbit moving through mid here, wants to maybe pick off on Black? I'm not sure. Oh, gets the sentry. So Rabbit's going to make it very expensive for CIS to continue warding. At least as much as he can. And I think they know that Roshan's coming up, so he's going to go ahead and check for a ward. Come on, do it. Do it, Rabbit. The ward just expired. And was that his ward? Not sure. I think it might have been Air Ward. Maybe that's why I wasn't killing it. The coloring, I'm still getting used to the coloring. Makes sense though. Green Radiant, red Dire.
Over here now.
Rabbit gonna push out this lane. And then, oh, Bane with a BKB, nice. So now Bane has a BKB, Mirana has a BKB, Storm has a BKB. No BKB on Timbersaw yet. And Lich doesn't have BKB either, but 3 BKB is pretty solid to put you in place to fight effectively against magic damage. Timbersaw going for the Shiva is going to hold them in place nicely. Also very effective against Wraith King, who needs to be up and close to get that damage in. They know that Roshan's up now. I think they're just wanting to sort of set up their position so they can take him. And they're actually going to use Mirana ult and then move out, see if they can pick someone off before they do the Rosh attempt. I think, yeah. And maybe they'll find Wraith King here in the forest again. I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen. Oh, Demon's actually invisible, but they're going to spot him? Yeah, they spot Demons. Banshee pick him off quickly. There is a stun that hit someone, not sure what's happening. Inflame going in, DDC saves himself from death. They're going to keep going on June here. June's going to get picked off as well. That's 2 kills for none right now. Going to keep going maybe onto Rabbit? No? Yes? Nice kill on the Courier. Yao holding him in place. Black backing up a little bit. They have Io going down as well. So that's... oh, Wraith King is behind them. He's still trying to take out Lin. Lin probably going to escape. No stun from the Wraith King. They're going to hold him in place and finish him off. He does BKB. Looking to turn around the stun, but no luck. Lin's going to be able to jump out. He knows he's in a little bit of danger. Throws the arrow back. Stuns in flame. Oh, just so brutal. All he wants to do is kill Lin. He falls. That's 4 down. Black manages to blink out, but they're going to take the tower, and they can actually push into base. They don't even need a Rosh right now. Black using his his orb to full effect there. Treant is going to be up. They do fortify it to save the tower for a little bit, but I think they're going to be able to keep pushing into the base. Wraith King's still down for another 60 seconds. They're going to take advantage of this moment here to make something happen. Throwing the arrow in, no luck. I don't think they know that Black's there. Oh. So Black has jumped in. He's looking to hold him in place, kind of buy a little bit of time. 2 hit by the Frost. Tabao using his Shivas to slow Black down. Black's going to get CC'd, and I think he's going to die. There's no way he can get out of that. Oh, he does use Yule, so he's buying himself a little bit of time. Then face ship. What an annoying... It's just... And meanwhile, they're killing the base. And Yao Timbersaw very effective against heroes who rely on being able to blink out based on the reflexes, because he's able to provide that instant damage like he did to Wraith King earlier. And that's a mid-rax for LGD. Nicely played. Really nicely played. Great initiation here. They had a chance to go on... well, they went on Tree and took him out as quickly as possible. Managed to prevent him from overgrowthing. Lin's going to leave that for Rabbit. Rabbit keeping his bottle for a surprisingly long amount of time. You see a lot of pros getting bottle and then kind of selling it pretty quickly, but he's been using it effectively, kind of saving his runes for when he needs them. I wouldn't be surprised if LGD were to do Roshan right now. That would make a great deal of sense. Lich wants to make an Aghanims. And maybe we'll see some pretty sweet bounces there during a team fight. LGD really starting to gain a pretty, oh my gosh, just a brutal lead here. Basically ever since that that team fight that really swung in LGD's favor, they've been pulling really far ahead on CIS, and this time I don't think they can come back from it. LGD's found their flow, and don't see how they're going to be stopped. Yao with so many charges on Bloodstone just kind of leaves the Whirling Death here to affect Roshan. Makes for an easy Rosh, slowing down his attack speed, constantly draining away his health. And I think, let's see, let me guess. Okay, yeah, so Rabbit's going to be the one to grab the Aegis. Yeah, wants to clear away the trees, make sure that no one's able to initiate right on top of him. So Rabbit with the Aegis, and they're probably going to push down bottom lane. Not much that CIS can do to stop it. There's so much, look at that mobility, just all moving out, zipping across the map. Sorry, not Treant, but Wraith King is there. DD waiting for a chance to jump on someone from the trees. What's going to happen next? How exciting. They're going to take this tower. There's no way that CIS can contest. They need to fight on the high ground. Here's the tower. Puck's going to get it. There's no way. Puck's going to get it. That's why you deny towers, guys. Come on. And why is there a gem here? Oh my goodness. He left the gem just hanging out. Does Puck notice it? Strange. So he didn't even notice the gem. That's a funny place to leave it. I'm surprised no one picked it up. Puck coming back to defend. Rana throwing the arrow. No luck. Doesn't hit anyone, but they're going to move up here and start beating on the tower, getting the Desolator debuff going. Rabbit, not worried at all. Has his sheepstick down. Gonna go on. Io doesn't want the frost shenanigans happening. And that's a great pickoff to make. Even though he's low level, he still can make a lot of impact with his ult. Rabbit gonna jump back in. They're working on Inflame. Inflame does still have his resurrection up. Lich throws in the ult. It's bouncing. Takes that Inflame. Manages to avoid getting people too slowed. Although he does get the slow off on 3 people still. Stunning. Wants to be able to get out. The damage still hitting him, preventing the blink out. Those Mirana illusions doing good work. They're going to finish off Inflame. There's no way he's going to escape. He does get Lin though, and gets a ton of gold for it, but I think it's a little bit too little too late. They are going to finish off the racks here. Mirana does fall, but she's able to get the Desolator debuff applied for a little bit there. CIS looking to initiate a game. They do have a decent advantage. I'm surprised Inflame's going in so hard here. He does still have his Aegis on cooldown. Or sorry, not his Aegis. Well, it's essentially an Aegis, but his reincarnation. And that's another lane of racks pretty much in favor of LGD. They're going to go ahead, back up, and heal up and probably do another round there. When did this gem fall? And why has no one picked it up? The story of the gem. So curious. It's just like
I'm over here.
everything around it.
Wicked.
Oh, missed kill in the meantime. My bad. Another pick off on Io. Poor Io. I mean, every time I see him play, it seems like he gets just picked off so much. He was playing Wind Ranger last game and kept getting just destroyed with these initiations. CIS has like no vision up because they can't really afford to keep it up because it keeps getting taken out. Rabbit's gonna cut the lane here. He doesn't do enough damage to take out the tower, but that'll help them build momentum to push towards this tower here, which I think is what they're gonna do next. We'll have to see though. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. "52 minutes in. This game pretty intense."
Over here now.
Rabbit actually does a pretty significant amount of damage at this point. 210 base with all the... Oh! Blocks the stun. Inflame probably hitting his life right now. CIS want to counter initiate that. The Saw is going to keep Inflame from getting out. They hold him in place. He's going to fall for sure. Demon's also going to die. Which is all bouncing around. No one dead on LGD's part or side yet. June's... I think he's going to die. Oh man, they're just jumping on everyone. June trying to find some safety in the side, and that's GG called. 52 minutes in, LGD wins the game against CIS. Really well played by them, just excellent team fighting. They were a little bit behind, they didn't go as far ahead in the lane stage as they wanted, but again, LGD, I think similar to last game, I guess that's kind of the way they play games, is they sort of trade somewhat evenly during the initial stage. pretty even with the other team. Then they group up and they start team fighting, and win team fights, trade more effectively, and then later on continue farming and just keep building on that advantage. This one was a little bit more contested or hotly contested by CIS than the previous game, but definitely an impressive game falling in LGD's favor. So that's all for now. Game 2 of LGD versus CIS, and I'll be casting Game 3 in just a moment.